Hi, I'm Chloe. Thank you for visiting our video. Find out why our team can provide you the best services for your needs. Hundreds of clients can't be wrong. Check out the following video.
Real Estate with Realtor Kashif Sohail. Welcome to Washington America Show with international multimedia journalist, multidimensional, multifaceted artist and director of Human Rights Justice Council USA, Dr. Kashif Sohail.
A lender must not request information about a borrower's spouse, except when their spouse is applying with them. A borrower's spouse will be allowed to use the account. The borrower's spouse is relying on their spouse's income or on alimony or child support income from a former spouse, or if the borrower resides in a community property state.
A lender must not inquire about a borrower's plans for having or raising children. A lender must not ask if a borrower receives alimony, child support, or separate maintenance payments, unless the borrower is first told that they do not have to provide this information if they will not rely on these payments to get credit. A creditor may ask if the borrower has to pay alimony, child support, or separate maintenance payments.
Borrowers have certain rights regarding their credit. A borrower may have credit in their birth name, Mary Smith, their first and their spouse's last name, Mary Jones, or their first name and a combined last name, Mary Smith Jones. A borrower may get credit without a cosigner if they meet the creditor's standards.
A borrower may also have a cosigner other than their husband or wife, if one is necessary. A borrower may keep their own accounts after they change their name, marital status, reach a certain age, or retire, unless the creditor has evidence that the borrower is not willing or able to pay.
A borrower has the right to know whether their application was accepted or rejected within 30 days of filing a complete application. Borrowers have the right to know why their application was rejected. The creditor must provide notice that informs the borrower either the specific reasons for their rejection or the borrower's right to learn the reasons if they ask within 60 days.
Acceptable reasons for rejection include, your income was low, or you haven't been employed long enough. Unacceptable reasons for rejection are, you didn't meet our minimum standards, or you didn't receive enough points on our credit scoring system. Indefinite and vague reasons are illegal. The creditor must be specific. A borrower has the right to find out why they were offered less favorable terms than they applied for, unless they accept the terms.
A borrower also has the right to find out why their account was closed or why the terms of the account were made less favorable, unless the account was inactive or delinquent.
Lenders cannot refuse to consider public assistance income the same way as other income when evaluating a borrower's income. Lenders cannot discount income because of a borrower's sex or marital status when evaluating income. Lenders cannot discount or refuse to consider income because it comes from part-time employment or pension, annuity, or retirement benefits programs.
Lenders cannot refuse to consider regular alimony, child support, or separate maintenance payments. A creditor may ask a borrower to prove they have received this income consistently.
The lender must not consider certain borrower characteristics in deciding whether to extend credit. A lender cannot consider a borrower's sex, marital status, race, national origin, or religion when deciding whether to extend credit. A lender cannot consider whether a borrower has a telephone listing in their name when deciding whether to extend credit. However, a creditor may consider whether a borrower has a phone.
A lender cannot consider the race of people in the neighborhood where the borrower wants to purchase, refinance, or improve a house with borrowed money. A lender cannot consider a borrower's age, unless a borrower is under 18 years of age, the lender is using age to determine the meaning of other factors important to creditworthiness, or the lender is using age in a valid scoring system that favors applicants 62 years of age or older.
The Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act (RESPA) is a federal law enacted in 1974 and amended in 1976. Its primary purpose is to ensure that buyers and sellers are fully informed of all settlement costs and to standardize real estate settlement practices. The U.S. Department of Housing and Development (HUD) administers RESPA. RESPA applies to loans that involve federal money, loans that use federal insurance programs, and loans that might be sold on the secondary market to any federally backed agency. In effect, RESPA covers most institutional loans.
RESPA regulations apply only to first mortgage loan transactions for new residential homes. RESPA does not apply to business purpose loans, temporary financing, loans to purchase vacant land, loan conversions, secondary market transfers, transactions financed solely by the seller, an assumption that does not require lender approval, a residential property consisting of more than 4 family units, or cash sales. RESPA requires that borrowers receive disclosures at various times and identifies certain prohibited acts.
RESPA does not set prices for settlement services. Instead, RESPA imposes obligations on settlement agents, those who conduct real estate closings, which are intended to alleviate buyer confusion over the real estate closing process and costs.
Within 3 days of the loan application, a lender must provide the following: special information booklet, homeownership counseling references, loan estimate, and mortgage servicing statement. These documents are meant to ensure that the borrowers understand what they're agreeing to before taking on a loan. For example, special information booklet gives general advice about homeownership, explains closing costs and procedures, and talks about shopping for the best mortgage. The loan estimate explains the charges that a borrower will likely have to pay at settlement.
The lender is required to provide other disclosures to the borrower before, during, and after settlement. For example, at least 3 days before settlement, the lender must provide a closing disclosure. This itemizes the actual charges that the borrower will have to pay, a final version of the earlier loan estimates. Loan servicers must also provide an escrow account statement within 45 days after settlement, an annual escrow statement once a year thereafter, and a servicing transfer statement if they sell or assign the loan to another loan servicer.
RESPA prohibits kickbacks or any unearned fee. For example, Lenders may not receive a fee from an insurance company for referrals. While lenders can recommend a particular company, they cannot collect a fee for doing so. RESPA also prohibits the seller from requiring a buyer to purchase title insurance from a particular title company.
RESPA prohibits the lender from collecting excessive reserve amounts for property tax and insurance payments. Lenders may only collect the buyer's share of taxes and insurance accrued prior to settlement, plus a 2-month reserve that must be placed in an escrow account.
So, since you've learned more about us, click the link in the description to see how you can contact us.
Please share this video, subscribe to our channel.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home anytime soon? If so, you've come to the right place. We'd like to give you the opportunity to work with one of the top local real estate agents and get the best deal when buying or selling a home. The fact is, experienced agents can often get you a 2 to 10% better deal on the purchase or sale of a property, mostly due to their experience in the local marketplace and their ability to negotiate the best deal. So contact our top agent now and start the process of buying or selling your home.